and welcome to another figure spotlight video. And for this video we're going to be taking a look at one of my holy grails that I finally got last month. And that is the 1/8 scale figure of Triela from the series Gunslinger Girl. So as always, before we get into the details of this lovely figure, we're going to be taking a look at the box. So here is the front of the box, and towards the bottom we have a nice little picture of Triela, the figure, in the corner, and a faint back picture of her on the other side. And at the bottom we have the name of the figure and that it was sculpted by Yusuke Masaki, or Sakura Zensen, and of course this is by Good Smile Company. And a little bit more up you see they have this quote on the side that says, "The girl has a mechanical body, however she is still an adolescent child." The box is really simple and lovely in nature. There's just a lot of neutral, soft colors, and it perfectly suits the tone of the series. And inside the box is just this yellow backdrop with a very, very faint background of building and a gun and the Gunslinger Girl logo, and this T-shaped viewing window. And at the top we have Gunslinger Girl Il Teatrino, which is the second part of the Gunslinger Girl anime, and that focused more on Triela. And on the side of the box we once again have a picture of the Triela figure, as well as a little bit of her twin tails kind of peeking in from the bottom corner from where she is in the front of the box. And this lovely artwork of her gun, and again that building backdrop going on. And as you work your way up to the top, there is a tiny little viewing window, and once again Good Smile Company and Gunslinger Girl. So the other side of the box is fairly similar to the first side that I showed you. It's just the picture of the figure is a little bit more face-on, so to speak. And the bottom of the box is just simply glossy white with, again, the name of the figure company and figure. And the top of the box has a nice size viewing window, as well as that usual information and a background and a faint silhouette of Triela herself in the left corner. And finally on the back we have the usual information about figures towards the bottom, and as you work your way on up, again some nice photos of the figure. So without further ado, let's take a look at Triela herself. So starting off with the base, we have this lovely cutout of this brick-like pattern from either a sidewalk or a street, and again, even though I love this figure as much as I expected, this base is simply breathtaking in real life. Just the amount of detail put into it, from the way it's painted and shaded, that it looks really quite realistic, and the bits of uneven chips here and there on the cobblestone-like pattern just really adds that extra bit of dimension. And towards the back you see there are even some faux autumn leaves on the ground as well, and it's just very, very beautifully done. And as you can see, Triela is wearing these dark brown leather boots, and the way that Good Smile Company has painted and shaded that really makes it pop and really seem like realistic leather boots. And they're just very beautifully sculpted and done, and they just have such a nice sheen to them. And she snaps securely in place with that little clear wedge that is in between her heel and the bottom of her boot right there. Good Smile Company was spot on with giving Triela's skin that beautiful tan treatment, and there is just one little bit of a flaw right there. I don't know if you notice, above her right knee there's a little bit of chip paint or something going on, and this figure was B condition, so it's entirely possible that maybe just something happened to her over the years, but it's not necessarily a detail that you notice unless you're really concentrating. And she is wearing a long black trench coat, which you can see the bottom, or the detail at the bottom a little bit as it flows around her. And inside you get a little bit of a peek of her outfit. She has this really beautiful dark blue pleated skirt, and the details are simple and nicely done, as well as what appears to be a cream either sweater or sweater vest or something going on underneath. And again, they painted into the creases of that, kind of really gives it that extra pop. And you see the detail of the bottom of her shotgun that she is holding, and I really love the detail that they did on the strap. Is actually not really movable like I thought it might be. It's quite secure and stiff in the way it's held in place. And this piece right here is very beautifully shaded. And as we continue to work our way up, you see Triela is clutching her shotgun to her chest, and it is a really cute pose, I think, and you get a little bit more peek of detail of her shirt underneath, just a little bit, and again that trench coat is really beautifully sculpted and done with all the folds going on throughout it. And here you get a better look at the strap as well. And finally here is the rest of her shotgun that is visible, and again a very beautifully sculpted detailed piece. Finally, here is a better look at Triela's face. Much like Henrietta was, her head is turned just a little bit downwards, so you don't get to see much of her face expression when you're looking at her head on. But she has a very solemn expression going on, but again, it goes quite well with the pose that she has in this figure, just the way she's clutching her gun to her. And I love the way that they sculpted and painted her face. Her eyes have that beautiful pop of blue in contrast with her tan skin. And of course, she has her famous blonde twin tails kind of flowing gracefully behind her, and those are beautifully sculpted as well. And Good Smile Company did a good job with the shading in places of the hair as well. And here is a better look at her hair and twin tails from the back. Just very beautifully sculpted pieces. I will say that the only other flaw I noticed in this figure is this little bits of kind of rough sculpting that is going on in the back of her head, but it's nothing too problematic that takes away from the figure. Overall, I have to say this figure is just as beautiful in person as I had seen online, and a very wonderful job by Good Smile Company. It's just very hauntingly beautiful with that sad expression and just the way she's clutching the gun to her chest, and I feel like there's almost a little bit more attention detail put into Triela than Henrietta, although the Henrietta figure is lovely as well, and another figure I recommend if you're a fan of the series, since there are only 2 scale figures of the girls that were done. I do recommend getting both. But, yeah, sorry I don't have Henrietta to put side by side to compare, but unfortunately all my figures are boxed away for the time being. But that is it for now. Until next time, thanks for watching.